Hello and welcome to another video from War Secrets. Vagonzavod, a Russian corporation, created the T-14 Armata, a new generation main battle tank, MBT UVZ. It was unveiled for the first time in May 2015 during the Moscow Victory Day Parade. The history of manufacturing. When the Russian Ministry of Defense discontinued work on Object 195, the T-95 program work on the Armata project began in 2010. The T-14 is substantially different from the previous Soviet-Russian tank platforms, and the overall project was considered a huge technological leap from Soviet-era military hardware designs. The tank's design from the hull to the long boxy turret, which resembles Western tank turret designs, is a significant departure from previous Soviet designs. In addition, the T-14 has 7 road wheels instead of the 6 found on practically all preceding Cold War Soviet and even modern Russian MBTs. Development of the T-14 tank. By 2020, the Russian Federation was expected to receive 2,300 T-14 main combat tanks. Without specifying a source, Russian media reported in 2015 that roughly 20 tanks had been transported for testing. The Russian Defense Ministry, on the other hand, said in 2016 that it had signed a deal for a test batch of 100 T-14 tanks to be delivered by 2020, with the overall project being extended until 2025. In July of 2018, Yuri Borisov, the Deputy Prime Minister for Defense and Space Industry, stated that there is no need to mass-produce the Armata because its older predecessors, the latest variants of the T-72, are still effective against American, German, and French counterparts, adding, "Why flood our military with Armatas when the T-72s are in great demand on the markets? Instead, a modernization program for in-service T-72s, T-80s, and T-90s will take priority." The Russian Ministry of Defense signed a contract for the procurement of 32 T-14 tanks and 100 T-15 infantry fighting vehicles in August 2018 during the Army 2018 Forum outside of Moscow, with delivery expected in 2021. The first 12 tanks will be delivered before the end of the year, according to a February 2019 announcement. Only 16 out of a contractually agreed 132 Armata platform vehicles over 3 years through 2021, including T-14 tanks, T-15 IFVs, and T-16 Brem ARVs, assuming 44 units each year, would be delivered by the end of 2019, according to the Russian Military Industrial Courier. This meant that there would be a shortage of at least 28 vehicles that year. Vagonzavod had a high level of employee turnover, which was allegedly tied to financial misdeeds. The delivery date had slid to late 2019 or early 2020 by November of 2019. The CEO of Vagonzavod only announced in February that Armata platform armor would start shipping to begin operating assessment in 2020, with the full contract of 132 Armata platform vehicles finished by 2022. Furthermore, in February of 2020, it became clear that the Construction Bureau had not met the set of specifications for the tank's intended engine, and that the engine development project would be stopped in the first quarter of 2020, further delaying the tank's introduction for an undefined period. After problems with engines and thermal imaging equipment were resolved in August of 2020, the Industry and Trade Minister told journalists that manufacturing of 132 Armata platform tanks and battle vehicles, including T-14 tanks, had commenced, and that they would be handed to the armed services in 2021. Denis Manturov, the Minister of Industry and Trade, announced in July of 2021 that the tank would commence serial production in 2022. Deputy Defense Minister Alexei Krivoruchko announced in August of 2021 that the Russian armed forces would acquire 20 T-4 Armata tanks by the end of the year. On August 23rd, a Rostec official confirmed that the company had transferred an experimental batch of T-14 tanks to the Russian armed forces. State testing was underway in November of 2021, with completion scheduled in 2022, and a pilot batch of 20 tanks had yet to be given to the armed forces. International sanctions have hampered Russia's capacity to produce more complicated tanks like the T-14. Russia looks to be concentrating on T-72 production, which has halted for now. Another concern is that the T-14 contains several digital technologies that are manufactured using imported technologies. The T-14's gun turret drive system, The Armata T-14 is distinguished from its predecessors by more than simply its appearance. Its unmanned turret, which contains a remotely operated 125mm 2A82 1M smoothbore main gun with fully automated loading, is one of its standout features. There are 45 rounds of ammo in the turret's magazine, but the main gun can also fire laser-guided missiles. The 2A82 125mm gun can also be upgraded to the 2A83 152mm gun, and the T-14 can be equipped with supplementary weapons such as the Cord 12.7mm machine gun or the PKTM 7.62mm machine gun. A meteorological mast, satellite communications, global navigation satellite system, data link, and radio communication antenna are all housed on the turret's roof. The MBT's capacity to keep its crew safe is just as crucial as its offensive capabilities. The T-14 shines in this area as well. The low silhouette of this tank decreases enemy fire exposure and increases the safety and survivability of the three-man crew. The tank commander, driver, and gunner are housed in a crew compartment in an armored capsule at the front of the hull, separated from the automatic loader and ammunition storage in the center of the tank. According to analyst reports, the crew compartment is built of composite materials and covered by layered armor that can withstand a direct strike from practically any sort of projectile now available, including subcaliber and cumulative rounds. Anti-tank weapons, especially subcaliber rounds such as those fired by anti-tank guided missiles, rockets, and RPGs, are intercepted by an active defense system mounted on the tank's forward compartment. The T-14 is said to provide protection up to STANAG 4569 Level 5. The tank's front hemisphere features reactive armor, while the rear has bar armor that provides additional protection against anti-tank weaponry like RPGs. When safely ensconced within the steel hull of their vehicle, all tank crews have a limited view of the world, but the T-14's designers have addressed this issue by having wide-angle cameras installed around the exterior. The commander's sight placed on top of the turret also provides an entire field of view, while the gunner's sight is equipped with a direct vision periscope and laser designator, giving the crew 360-degree all-around visibility and situational awareness. Heat sensing and infrared viewing capabilities are available in all weather situations, day or night, and the cameras can be magnified as needed. In an armored vehicle, crew comforts are often missing, but the T-14 even has an inside toilet, so the crew doesn't have to depart the tank to answer nature's call. Propulsion. The T-14 is powered by the CHTZ-12N360 A8538 diesel engine that delivers up to 1,100 kilowatts or 1,500 horsepower. The engine's potential maximum output, not commonly used, is 1,500 kilowatts or 2,000 horsepower, but this would drastically reduce its service life, which is estimated to be between 2,000 and 10,000 hours at a nominal 1,100 kilowatts, 1,500 horsepower, equivalent to other tank engines that are 1,200 horsepower. The engine is controlled electronically. The operational range exceeds 500 kilometers. With a top speed of 81 to 93 kilometers per hour, 50 to 56 miles per hour, and a range of 500 kilometers or 300 miles, the T-14 boasts a 12-speed automatic transmission. According to at least one expert, the transmission might be an electronically controlled mechanical gearbox with external reverse and demultiplier gears, providing the tank with equal forward and backward gear ranges. Other evidence points to a partially or completely hydrostatic transmission. The T-14 is based on the T-80 version and features 7 700mm road wheels per side, unlike per Russian and Soviet designs such as the T-90, 80, 72, 64. It can change the suspension of at least 2 of the initial road wheels, and most likely the last ones. A T-14 Armata is shown reacting one of its front wheels during spins in the 2015 Moscow Victory Day Parade rehearsal video. Now, based on the adjustable lever arm shock absorbers that now double as suspension actuators, this, combined with available design drawings, suggests at least a partial hydraulic suspension system. This could have been done to increase the tank's pivoting ability, as an active suspension system improves target lock time by a factor of 2.2 and cuts the time between target detection and reaction by 31%, all thanks to the smoother ride. The tank's strategic mobility was given a lot of studies. Its moderate weight of 48 tons allows it to be readily transported by rail or trailer, extending the life of its engine and transmission and crossing the majority of Russian bridges. The huge AN-124 cargo jet can easily hoist 2 T-14s, their crews, and all associated equipment. In its newest PS-90 equipped model, the most common Russian strategic airlifted, The IL-76 can only lift one T-14 and its required equipment. That concludes today's video. We hope that you enjoyed it. If that is the case, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more great material in the future. I'll see you later. Goodbye.